Welcome once again to the Zach Carpenter Show here on the Bear Network. I'm your host, Gary Omis. We have Coach Carpenter here with a couple of Bears, and man, we got a lot to celebrate today. Coach, congratulations, and Tyrese and Caden, guys, we talked, it doesn't get much better than that.
No, that was a great feeling last night. You know, it's something that we started back in the summertime preparing for this, and all August and September and October, getting up in the morning, coming into the weight room. All that went into for last night. All that preparation was for last night.
It's like having a big puzzle and you put all the pieces together, and this is what happens there. And Caden, you guys, congratulations. We won the regular season district, we won the district tournament, we won the region championship now. Next step, we got to get a sub-state win here Monday night.
Yes, sir.
It's down to win or go home now. I mean, there's no, last night, we had still, would have been alive if we even lost, but you guys, have you realized that the next game could be the last game you ever put on the black and gold as a seniors? You know, it's one of those melancholy time of years for people like me and for the coach. You know, we're going to miss you guys, but the effort we saw last night, and Coach, you've had this and said this all your defense travels.
It does.
And boy, there's an epitome of it last night.
To me, that was our best defensive game we've had all year long, from start to finish. I thought we did a great job defensively. We were getting up in their shooters, contesting shots. We held them to one. We limited offensive rebounds. I thought it was a great defensive effort.
Well, I asked you when we had lost to them, I guess here at Bradley, how do you stop them three-point shooters? You said you got to get before they get their motion going. And last night, I saw this morning in the paper, they hit 6 of 27 three-pointers. That's 20-something%, low 20%. That is incredible. Because typically they'll get this streak where one guy hit one, another guy hit one, and then, you know, it just sort of breaks loose. But guys, last night, what was key? I saw you yesterday morning and we talked. You said we got this tonight. I think you just wanted it more.
Yeah, most definitely. The key was, like Coach said, we can't let them get into their shot motion, close out with hot hands, and just make them uncomfortable, which was the biggest key.
Get them out of that comfort zone there, and that's the fewest points they've scored all year in a game. And typically, you know, scoring 70 or 80 points a game, and defense come through again, and we're gonna have to learn how to shoot free throws better than we've been shooting. You know, everybody knows that. It ain't just one; it's everybody that's missed them. Seems like, but hey, hit them down the stretch, you know, and stay alive and survive in advance. But what was the feeling going into the game? You guys confident we had it? I'm sure you had to be confident you had it.
Felt great, you know. It was our get back, because remembering last year in the region championship,
they got us.
It's 45 seconds, we're up 6, take it to overtime, and then they beat us twice in the regular season. So we knew what we had to do, we knew what had to be done, and we knew what has not been done in many years.
Well, it was one of those grinded out kind of wins. I mean, nobody ever got the big lead. I think we had 8 or 9, maybe they did too. But in the second half, you know, we've had some problems in games this year. We'd have a really good quarter and have a really bad quarter, but we weren't really good any of those. Wasn't great any of those, but we're consistent, you know, and fought there. And the rebounding, you know, it was there, you know, blocking out and doing all the little things. You know, the little things take care of the big things.
Yeah, and that's one of the things we talked about. But I know Reese probably would not have known that we were up 6 with 45 seconds, but they've heard that plenty of times over the last couple of days leading up to this game. I've had to sit and stew about that loss for a year now.
Yep.
But no, these guys were locked in. They wanted this game. You know, they had beaten us 3 times in a row. And I told them before the game, there's going to be runs.
Mm-hmm.
And the previous 2 games, the second quarter, they've gone on a big run.
Yeah.
And I thought we did a nice job of mitigating their runs when we'd have an answer for them or get a big defensive stop, when they would go on runs and be able to come down and then kind of slow it down a little bit.
And guys, how sweet is this to be home? I mean, instead of making a 2-hour trip to Middle Tennessee on a different time zone, I mean, you're in your home dressing room with your home fans, and we should have a great crowd here Monday night. I'll be disappointed if we don't, but it's do or die now.
Yes, sir. It is do or die, but it does feel good to be at home, playing at home with our people, because we just love the energy. We love the energy. Get out here and then
You feed off that.
Yeah, we just feed off of it and then destroy our opponents while doing it.
Well, that's what it takes, you know, and you get that little spurt going of a fast break or a slam dunk or whatever you guys do, and it just fires the crowd up. Something else, you know, Andrew Walker, Lord of mercy, that guy, he gets beat up. He took 3 charges in 5 possessions the previous game against McMinn, I guess. And I asked him on the radio, I said, how do you feel like that? He said, I'm really sore. My back's killing me right now. But that's the kind of thing too, though, that deflates the guy who's charging into you because you've taken away his basket probably, and he's getting a foul.
Those possessions right there flip the momentum back.
Yeah.
The other night against McMinn.
Yeah.
And last night he took a big charge. It makes the defense second guess whether or not they can get all the way to the basket. It makes them think about it. And that's big. You know, I thought we did a nice job of guarding the ball, but they did have some opportunities to attack, and we were able to rotate over. They saw it, didn't want to get the charge, so they would back it back out. But you know, defensively, I can't talk enough about how these guys were locked in. They executed the game plan. We wanted to double certain people, and we got it done. They just went out and executed the game plan.
About communication out there on the floor on defense, listen, you know, if you're going to get beat by your guys, somebody's got to help side defense and apply themselves there. Until last night, we hadn't won the region title since 2013, I guess it was.
I knew it'd been a long time.
A long time. That's what, 12 seasons, I guess, would be there. And just in the last week, think about it this way, guys. Your biggest rival across town, you knocked them out. They're gone. They're done. Here comes McMinn County, our oldest rival by far, who'd beaten us once that went out too, you know. We knocked them out. There's a shootout game there, 87, 83, I guess that was. Didn't play a lot of defense either side.
No. That was definitely not our best defensive effort of the year.
But then you come back last night, probably with the best defensive effort, and when it really, really mattered last night.
Yeah, that's one thing you and I have talked about. Defense travels, you know, in March, you got to be locked in, you got to be ready to go, and anything can happen in March, and we were able to step up last night and get the W.
And I didn't realize, just talking to Kobe this morning, that we'd only lost 3 games, I guess, since the Christmas break there, and we're peaking right now. You guys feel like we're peaking right now? We can always play better.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
But this is the time of year you want to have that momentum.
Definitely. I feel like if we just stay locked in, have great practices, no goofing around, because like Coach said, like anything can happen. Like you can't go into a game just thinking you're gonna like automatically win just because who you are. Like everybody wants to give it their all because at this point it's a lot of seniors like could be their last high school game, and just a lot of people don't want that.
Well, and you could have a teammates having an off night because you're not going to hit shots every night, 2-pointers, 3-pointers, free throws, whatever. But that's when somebody else has to always step up there. And you guys seem to have a great relationship. I've talked to you guys numerous times and seem to love each other and care for each other and make it happen when somebody's having an off night because you can't have a good night every night. And Coach, you played ball, you know how that is. Somebody's got to pick the team up.
Yeah, and we've had different guys step up at different times.
Sure have.
And to speak on how close this team is, man, they get along well with each other. They give each other a hard time, but it's all in fun. They love each other, and it's a great group to be around.
Well, and Ram Taylor, who couldn't we miss this morning, he was MVP last night, and what a game he had defensively. And it's just another piece of the puzzle that clicks together there and have the big win there. You got Siegel coming up Monday. We haven't played them but 5 times. I look back and I think we're 2-3 against them. They've knocked us out before. Matter of fact, a little historical note here. Kent Smith's last game was a loss to Siegel. Did you know that?
Really?
Yeah, it sure was. And I'm sure Kent can tell you that. He remembers those losses a lot more than he remembers the wins.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah, no doubt.
He hated to lose more than he liked to win. That's what he always told me there. But do you know anything at all about Siegel? I'm sure you're
Yeah, I
scrambling
watched
to
the
find
film
things.
last night. They've got a really good guard. He's their school's all-time leading scorer. They run the offense through him, so we've got to lock in and focus. They got a big kid. I'm not sure how tall he is. Max Prep's listed at 6'9".
Wow.
I think I saw on Twitter he's 6'11", so I don't know. I know he's tall.
He's tall.
He's tall. He's a tall guy.
Taller than anybody we have.
They've got good pieces, and you know we're going to get to prepping today. We'll start watching film today as a team and come up with a game plan and be ready to go Monday.
They're going to man you, man defense.
From what I've seen on film so far, they've man.
Well, I think the record, it wasn't a spectacular record I saw, but it doesn't matter. They're hot right now.
Yeah.
You know, it's who's about hot right now. It doesn't matter what your record is going in the season, in the postseason. It's just who's playing the best and who gets the best effort and all that. Because you can have a bad night, but as long as you can crash the boards and rebound and play defense, those 2 things will keep you in the game no matter how bad you're shooting. You know?
Oh, absolutely. You can't control whether or not the ball's going in, but you can control rebounding, you can control defense and your communication, your effort, things like that.
We had another great crowd there last night, almost a full gym to watch us. We had some really great crowds all year here at Bradley too, and that crowd enthusiasm gets you going. I think we outnumbered their fans there last night. again.
Yes.
And that's you got to feed off that too when you get things going. You go up one of those thunder dunks, you guys, and that's like a charge. You know, that fires up the
Yes,
team,
sir.
that fires up and just deflates the other team. You know, in a couple ways. It's a double whammy for them, I think.
Yes, sir.
What's going to be the key? Monday night. Defense.
Being defense. That's one thing that you gotta have a staple, and as long as we're locked in defensively, I think our offense will take care of itself. You know, typically our defense will lead to some easy buckets on the offensive end and get a flow going. So,
Well, we like to push the ball up a lot of times. I hear you guys were hollering faster, you know, push, you know, and look down. Don't walk it down the floor. Typically, you don't want to do that unless you got the lead. You just
right, want to take a little time off.
yeah. But it was one of the most exciting kind of games, in probably the biggest win of your career here at Bradley so far, isn't it?
Yeah, for sure. You know, being able to bring that region title back home especially after 13 years or whatever it's been,
Yeah.
was a big accomplishment for us, and that's credit to these guys and the guys before them that graduated in the past. You know, just kind of building off of what we've done each year.
Yeah.
So.
And I don't think, I know Walker Valley wasn't overlooking us. You know Will Campbell, he's a good guy, a really good guy, good coach, and he had his guys tuned in too to say, hey, we win this, we're at home. And that's what was so great. So it's much on the line there to win our region title after a long while, and then to get a bring back here in front of our fans, you know, and it puts them on the road. And that's a big plus for you there, you know. So we just got to keep that up, keep it rolling. Any final thoughts on our team and money? We need the fans out there, folks.
Yes, absolutely. We need as many people here as we can.
Yeah.
You know, pack the gym out. You know, these guys deserve to have another great crowd to play in front of. You know, it's a big game for us to get back to the Glass House for the first time since '07.
I believe it is, yeah.
So, you know, there's a lot these guys are playing for. So we'd love to have the Smitty Arena packed out Monday night.
What do you guys think?
Most definitely. Like you said, we can build off of that energy. So if there's a great crowd, you know, getting a fast break dunk or just a dunk through the lane, like, it just gives us momentum and just helps us on the side.
Yeah, it sure does. Tyrese, any final thoughts?
Get your popcorn.
Get your popcorn, huh?
Yes, sir. Get your popcorn.
And I say get there early. If you want you know, sort of like going to church, you see the same people sitting in the same seats, you know, around the gym. It's like if you go to church, you sit in the wrong seat, you say, well, he wasn't here today, you know, or well, he's over here in the wrong seat because some visitor came in and took the seat, you know. But we'll have a good crowd here. Substate draws a good crowd at Bradley, boys and girls. Girls have a packed out gym here again Saturday night too, and both teams have earned it, deserve it. The fans out there, I'm talking to them, they deserve your support to be here. And one last time, guys, it's your final home game at Bradley, you know.
Yeah.
No matter what happens, you know, we want to win Monday night because we want to take those gold uniforms and black and gold uniforms to Murfreesboro.
Yes, sir.
Playing the Glass House. It's been a long time. So you guys have worked hard to get there, and Coach, I know, is pushing you hard every day, and that's the reward you get. So keep it rolling.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
For Zach, for Tyrese and Caden, this is Gary Ormby. As we wrap up the show here this week, we'd like to have a follow-up show. We're on spring break next week. We won't have a show next week. We'd like to have a follow-up show as we get ready for the state championship tournament over there. We hope. We want to be there. Till next time, tune in and come to the game. Friday night for the girls, Saturday night for the girls, Monday night for the boys here at Jim Smitty Arena. Till then, God bless and go Bears.